Before we get started in the video, I just wanted to say that we are live every day except Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/MaxKamakura. The link will be in the description box below. But what's going on, everybody? It's Max Kamakura, aka Buddha Motherfucking Lamb. Back to y'all with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about Mike Wang's resurgence return to the NBA2k community. As y'all know, he took a hiatus literally October. At midway end of October, he completely just walked into the sunset and forgot about us. But he's back for 2K25. He's answering a lot of questions. I wanted to go over the questions and what my opinions are on the questions that he's answering, and should these questions that he's answering should raise a level of concern or not. So as someone that's been playing 2K since literally launch night all the way to August, right? I don't think I might be playing it. I think this week and next week might be the last 2 weeks I'm playing it. But who knows, right? I only been playing matchups, but right, if you're not in the NBA 2K community Discord, definitely join it. There's a specific section where he's answering all the questions. I'm probably gonna leave this once the game comes out, but let's go through it. So our instant green animation's back. He answers saying there's a new shot feedback option called Simple in the customization HUD that is on by default. This will display your timing feedback immediately once you release your shot. If you want full shot feedback, which includes defensive coverage, you will change it to the visibility setting to all shots. Full shot feedback is delayed, just like it was in NBA 2K24. So I feel like this is kind of a pointless thing. I don't really care if it's delay or not. What I'm really, me personally, as someone that's a shooter first, defender second, I want to know what was the coverage, so I know what shots I can actually take and feel more confident in. So whatever, cool question, I guess. Whatever, I don't know why people care about the instant green animation. Me personally, I feel like if you know your shot, you know you're good. I would rather know how much defensive coverage was it, because if you're telling me I took a shot, it looks like I was contested but it was open, I'm like, all right, I'll be more confident taking more of those shots. Let me know if y'all get what I'm saying in the comment section below. How are free throws this year? Have they changed? I have mixed feelings about free throws. I don't think they were bad, but I don't think it was really the best either. Free throws have been retuned based on feedback from NBA 2K24. They work similarly to last year, but the free throw rating plays a bigger role in the calculation to prevent low-rated free throw players from being overly effective. I will say I've seen people in Pro-Am games, because I play a lot of Pro-Am. That's like the main game mode I play. I've seen people in Pro-Am games make 48% free throws but miss 90s. It's fucking insane. It's actually batshit crazy. So I'm hoping this year it's valid. Is the court player model ratio different? This is a big one. We adjusted the player to court ratio in NBA 2K25 to give players more room to operate. It's improved the flow of the game and allows for certain cuts that would often get jammed up before. The AI spacing engine is also a huge upgrade compared to just a few static locations of last year. There are now over 20 dynamic adjustment locations, constantly feeding the AI a stream of spacing information. This helps AI teammates properly space to give you more room on the floor to isolate or work the two-man game. It also helps them understand more advanced spacing concepts when deciding to help, double, and rotate on defense. This is good. One thing that I feel like a lot of the 2K community, especially people that play a lot of Park, Pro-Am, and Rec, has complained about is, why did the courts get smaller? Now the courts are bigger again, simply because of the fact that they made the player models a little bit smaller, right? So playing Pro-Am and Rec next year should be a lot more fun. This is arguably, like, out of all the news we got so far, things are expected to change once we get the player builder information later on this week. This has been the best information I've heard. Bigger courts are back. Love that. How are shot meters changed in 2K25? We got a glimpse of one in the trailer and it looks a little bit more transparent than previous 2Ks. Now, kind of a relevant question for me, because I don't use meter unless it's like, the meter dunk or free throw or layup, but shooting the ball, I don't use that. So the answer he gave was the shot meter works pretty different from in NBA 2K25 compared to previous games. There are 3 options to choose from. The arrow one looks actually fire. Ring and dial. Rather than freezing when you release the shot button, all of the meters animate from beginning to end. in sync with the ideal time to release the button. Think of it more like of a timeline of a shot rather than the traditional meter. The ideal time to release the button is the exact frame the meter disappears from your screen. It will make more sense when you try it. One of the main benefits of this change is that the shot meters are much more accurate online. So you no longer have to compensate for latency when you're shooting shots, layups, or free throws online. So apparently, latency will no longer be an issue when you're shooting in 2K. The size, color, and placement of the shot meter is fully customizable in the customization HUD, and yes, there's still a small bonus for playing with the meter off. I'm glad he clarified that at the end, because people are going to ask. There's always going to be a boost. It seems like they're gonna stay with that, where there's always going to be a boost to shoot with the meter. Because I'll be honest, if there was never a reason to take off meter, I would keep the meter on. But if I'm getting, I would take whatever boost I could get if it makes sense. Like, yeah. So, my only question to this, I like that they finally created a concept where you don't have to factor in latency for a shot. So that means I could probably go back playing with wireless controllers. I'll be honest, I fucking hate wired controllers. They always fucking drop. But that's also because my core management is actually pretty horrible. But I'm gonna fix that soon. But now we need to know what is the boost like percentage wise. Are there any changes to the layup and dunk timing this year? Layup timing is optional and has been disabled by default, but I recommend turning it off if you want to gain an advantage as a slasher. Just like shots, there are separate layup timing options: real player percentage, low, normal, high, and they already confirmed that real player percentage is not going to be online play, so we don't have to worry about that. So you can customize your settings to match your ability. Dunk timing is always on for skill dunks, but you can always still dunk without using the particular mechanics. The dunk meter logic has also been improved, so instead of the window size, damn it. All right, sorry about that. Next one, right? How does shot feedback work for rhythm shooting? This is a very interesting question because I'm also interested in rhythm shooting. When using rhythm shooting, there's two main factors to consider: the push timing and tempo. So is the logic of rhythm shooting going to be based off of push? Because I like to shoot in set point. So let's see what he says. Push timing is the point you start to move the pro stick, which you'll want to do the moment your player reaches the set point of the shot. Tempo is the speed at which you move the pro stick to the opposite side of your original stick throw. The goal is to finish the stick deflection to the opposite side exactly to match the point the ball is being released by the player's fingertips. Generally, this is going to feel a little slower than other double throw mechanics like skill dunks or cross combos, especially with more deliberate shooters like Jokic and Kyle Anderson. My best advice is to go to freestyle practice and get a ton of shots up, paying attention to the shot feedback after each attempt. Trust me, it'll pay off in a much higher shooting percentage if you put in the time to master the rhythm shooting. Next question. So it's something you got to practice. I think you just got to get a feel of it first. I just need to know what's the perk of this. Are there any changes to the passing mechanic of this game? There are a number of improvements of passing overall, but the most notable improvement is the pass logic. The targeting on lobs is much better in 2K25 and is really great for advanced passes or leading a receiver to the basket over a trailing defender. Control-wise, bounce alley-oops are now triggered contextually, and self-alleys have been moved to cross circle or A-B, right? What is the default shot timing profile? The shot timing profile defaults by difficulty base, which ultimately maps rookie through pro to all-star to superstar to normal through Hall of Fame through to high. I personally don't recommend doing the difficulty base because your shooting is going to feel different in every game mode you do. You should honestly just put it at the highest ranking. Honestly. Still jab step into standing meter dunks. You can no longer perform jab steps when standing under the basket. You'll get pump fakes now instead. Honestly, this should have never been an issue, but I'm glad they fixed it. Have scoopers been retuned? Scoop layups were actually surprisingly broken, but that was discovered around the end of the year, how crazy layups were this year. Because layups, I'll be honest, when you're making my player, layups is one of the cheapest things you could put on your build. But god damn, man, they were crazy. Quick scoop layups got a small nerf to balance the risk reward for using those types of finishes. Alright. On the courtside report, you said you added over 9,000 animations. Could you tell us more? We added 9,000 new pro play animations. I think in the last video I was saying Play Pro, some shit like that. I apologize. We added over 9,000 new pro play animations to NBA2k25, bringing the total to around 14,600 animations from the main game. gameplay categories. There are 1,500 dribble sequences, 1,100 shots, 1,300 motion sequences, 800 rebounds, 1,000 passes. There's rebound animations now. 11,000 passes, 434 dunks, 550 blocks, and 1,110 layups that are added in NBA 2K25. There are also plenty more of other miscellaneous areas. Now, my question is, are they going to lock animations in season passes? I pray to God not. Please don't do that, 2K. Please don't do that. Ronnie, if you hear me. Ronnie, if you hear me. All right, let's continue. Are there any new post moves? There are some post fades and hooks thanks to pro play. Cool. Is there a penalty for playing off-ball defense? There is no explicit penalty for playing off-ball defense, but there is definite advantages to manually controlling the on-ball defender. User-controlled defenders get a slight boost to their contest scores compared to AI-controlled teammates. Oh, that's fire. Also, users can take advantage of the new defensive cutoff mechanic to get more jam-ups and fumbles against the ball handlers. AI teammates also have perception delays, so based on their rating, they may not be as reactive and give up driving lanes more often than the average solid user control defender would. So they're actually making it so you actually have to play on-ball defense. Will you need post control attributes to score post fades? You do not need post control for post fades. Post control is more for post moves. Post fade success is driven by your shot rating, close, mid, and badges. Will hot zones affect your shooting this year? I mean, that was a dumbass question. You should have asked, are lethal zones returning? That's the question that you should have asked. Hot zones will still give you a small boost to your shot rating. They should have asked about lethals. That should have been the question. All right. What changes have been made in post defense? Post fades and post hooks uses a different set of contest logic than normal shots. The new logic better stimulates how shooting out of the post is in real life and puts more of the make versus miss shot on the shooter's ability to time and inherently move more difficult shots. Defenders will still want to get a hand up or jump to contest to make it tougher for the shooter though. Do the layup and dunk meters have the same animations as the new jump shot meters? Yes, they do. All right. What shot timing profile is closest to how it works in 2K24? The shooting model for NBA 2K25 is pretty different than last year, so it's really hard to compare. If I had to pick, I'd probably say NBA 2K24 is somewhere in between the normal and high profiles. Okay. Can you go a little deeper on the alley-oop? What this contextually means? Some players were getting bounce alleys by accident, so NBA 2K25 bounce alleys happen organically when you double tap Y and triangle, and the lane is clear wide open, and the player involves are appropriate. Another reason we made bounce alleys contextual was to free up the cross circle and A/B button for self alley-oops, which some people were getting by accident when they was trying to pass to a teammate. This is very true. Have there any been improvements when two people clash in the air? The physics team spent a lot of time improving our players in air collisions to make it more reliable, to maintain players' momentum and velocity better. I just wish they talk about physics in general, because I feel like sometimes body ups don't matter. I will say this is the first year where I feel like strength actually played a role in the defense, but I feel like there was a lot of situations where it didn't feel like that either, or people were literally just phasing through you versus blowing by through you. And the last one that he's answered so far, this was at 3:05 today, right? Literally an hour ago. Which players do you control and learn the 2K minigames? There are 3 levels to learn the 2K minigames. You can choose from a few players who is a good fit for what you're practicing for. You'll automatically assign a player from level 1, such as De'Aaron Fox, for dribbling speed run. Once you get 2 stars, you unlock 2 more players to choose from, then 2 more players for level 3 who are historic players. Pretty cool. So I'm excited for this. I'm really, the 2 things I'm really excited for is the rhythm shooting with the right stick, right? And I'm also excited for, what was the other thing I talked about here in this video? It was rhythm shooting, and it was the court. I wish people talk more about the defense. Like, the post defense was cool. I haven't really experienced a lot of gameplay this year where I guarded someone that was trying to score in the post. But let me know in the comments, what do y'all think about the information Mike Wayne's been going on so far. Remember, we're in the cycle right now where he returns and pretends like he cares about the community. Well, let me not say pretend. I don't think he doesn't care about the community, because at the end of the day, we're making sure he's able to pay not only himself but his family. But I think it's really more of a situation where it's like he's actually involved with the community, I should say. But this is Max Kamakura, aka Buddha MFL, signing out. Twitch.tv/Max Kamakura. All links is in the bio. I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a blessed day.